the day, as I always say, man, I'm a Dallas Cowboys hard here first. I live this team, I breathe this team, I'm passionate about it. This is what it's really about. The game is just excellent. Like Cowboys Nation was us, but what I can't control is repping my team, repping my star, supporting my team, and giving all I got. Turn up.
What's up, CFO gang?
Hold on. We them boys.
Yeah, what's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans. Can you imagine, y'all? Could you imagine being one of those Cowboys fans who quit on your team last week? You know what I'm saying? Or are you one of those Cowboys fans that constantly hate on? You call yourself a Cowboys fan, but you constantly hate on Dak, right? And he just shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? He just shut you up, right? So all the people who quit last week, y'all can go to bed. Y'all can go to bed, get ready for work tomorrow. But for the real Cowboys fans that stood by this team and so continue to rep throughout this entire season, let's stay up and talk a little bit, man. So the Dallas Cowboys just beat the LA Chargers 20-17, right? And, what I like about this game, y'all, it showed the resiliency of this team because there was a lot of different things that we'll talk about that we had to fight through, right? Our coach was out there. He had some mental blocks. The penalties are there, costly. I still don't know why he was able to recover that fumble, but I guess if you're engaged with the blocker, it's no such thing as catch interference. They change the rules every week, right? But there was a lot of different things. Offensive line didn't play well. Michael Gallup had some drops, holding calls, run game wasn't there. But the Cowboys gutted out this win. And there is no way anybody, I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care how many all-pros you got. I don't give a damn if you won a Super Bowl. I don't give a damn who you are. You cannot say that Dak Prescott did not go out there and will us to a victory. Out the gate. He was using his legs, buying time in the pocket, right? Getting pressure. He was sacked 4 times, but Dak Prescott went out there and willed this offense to a victory. Play calling was poor, y'all. Play calling was poor, but it shows that our quarterback in 4 can go out there and make things happen. So for all the people who sit back and hate All the people want to sit back and say this about Dak. All the goofies on the radio station want to sit back and wish Dak Prescott gets injured so Cooper Rush can play or Trey Lance and say it in jest like we're supposed to just accept that. To all of you. To all of you. Salute to the super chat, Jeremy. Still 6 weeks. And with the offense, it looks just as bad. Chargers had help from the rest. Cowboys should have contacted Broncos about Patrick Surtain. I wish we can go get Pat Surtain, bro, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I feel like the Broncos are going to have a fire sale, but it ain't going to be Patrick Surtain. You know, rightfully so, right? It'd be a fantasy. It'd be nice. But that ain't happened. But Dak Prescott went out there and balled, man. Dak Prescott went out there and just really uplifted this team. And this is what I've been talking about from Dak Prescott. This is what I've been wanting to see. And I've seen it, right, in spurts. But I'm talking about, you know, what happened last Sunday. Sometimes when things are going bad, bro, you just gotta just make things happen. And we saw that earlier on. He was just using his legs. And I've been very vocal about it. I know people on other channels have been vocal about it. Like, yo, Dak, use your legs. It's buy time in the pocket. And you can see that's his game. Like, he can do those things, right? Now, I feel like offensively, what I liked is Mike McCarthy in the first half. Mike McCarthy in the first half realized you can't play this conservative type, run the ball type football game. And you can see traces of the Tex and the coast, you know what I'm saying, when it came to our offensive play call in the first half, right? It got very Kellen Morris. We went 5 wide. We started airing out a little bit. In some cases, you can't be as rigid. You're going to have to do that. You saw Dak a lot more involved at the pre-snap scrimmage, line of scrimmage, making plays, pre-adjustments that he's been in week prior. I feel like they let Dak cook a little bit, which is something I've been saying all week. You can't handcuff Dak Prescott. You just can't hand him because he's been in a complicated offense since he's been under Kellen Moore. You can't nerf him and take him back to ground zero. You just can't, right? So overall, good game from Dak Prescott. Defensive side of the ball, a lot better, even though Keenan Allen's Keenan Allen. But I don't know how Keenan Allen kept getting lost in the shuffle. Keenan Allen's Keenan Allen. But Cowboys Nation, if you're watching on Twitter, watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook, right? Didn't I tell y'all about Marquise Bell? Didn't I tell y'all about Did y'all see Marquise Bell out there? Did y'all see Marquise Bell out there? He was a missile. He was everywhere, y'all. Marquise Bell was everywhere. And I got a lot of flack, right? Had a lot of people saying Jay Tuck doesn't know what he's talking about, and Marquise Bell, where is he gonna play? He's not gonna. Did y'all not see Marquise Bell out there? Marquise Bell was out there balling, y'all. Out there balling. Heat-seeking missile. He was everywhere. Bell was balling. And I told y'all that. Go back to before we even picked him up as an undrafted free agent. The tweets are there. Everything is there. I saw the kid play in JUCO at Coffeyville. I saw him play at FAMU because I watched Marquise Bell and I watched Isaiah Land. They both caught my eye. I said, who the hell are these kids? Right? So I've been very aware of Marquise Bell. And we finally saw the arrival of Marquise Bell, just like CD saying in the chat. He saved us. He saved us a few times, right? Saved us a few times, was out there making plays, man. I love what I saw from Marquise Bell in the defense. And here's what I'll say about Micah Parsons, the Lion. Did he have a great game by a lot of people's standards? Absolutely not, right? Because, of course, when people talk about Micah Parsons, they pull up a stat sheet. They'll say he only got 1 sack and 2 tackles, right? And don't think that he had any impact. If you go back to our film studies, we show you like there's other impact. Those holding calls that are around his neck, that's impact that's not going to show up in the stat sheet, right? But when we need to play, and I said this on Twitter, Micah, it's on you. It's your time. What did Micah do? Stepped up, got a big play and a big sack. Great game from Micah Parsons. Great game from Doris Armstrong, DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, I love what our defense went out there and did. Deron Bland, drop and give me 50. Deron Bland, drop and give me 50. You owe me some push-ups for dropping the receptions. But Gilly Gilly bounced back, got the closing interception. So overall, good job for the defense because they were put into some bad spots. On the very first drive when Keenan Allen scored on Jay Lou, we'll talk about that, right? But overall, good effort from the defense. That's how you bounce back, y'all. But I liked what I saw. From this team. They bounced back from what happened last week. Show resilience. They could have folded. But this team did not fold. Right? And they got back out there and they fought. Dak looks really bad tonight and too many costly penalties. He don't know what he's talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing I don't understand. Like sometimes we get some newbies in here and they don't know how to be rock CFO fan, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all got wrenches. If y'all feel like, you know what I'm saying, pulling the trigger, y'all gonna pull the trigger. But yeah, Marquise Bell was out there playing, man. Yeah, I like it. I feel good. And this is a good situation to be in. Now we can go in the bye week. Now we can get healthy. Now, here is my concern, y'all. This run game. Was in it. And here's what I don't understand. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe this is Tuck tripping. So y'all let me know. Let me know in the chat. Do y'all not see when Rico gets a carry, he always has like a big 8-yard, 6-yard, 9-yard carry? And then all of a sudden, you don't see Rico no more. You know what I'm saying? Hunter Luepke, no carries. You know what I'm saying? Like, so something has to give. We can't put all this mileage on Tony Pollard. It's just not his game, y'all. It's never been his game. He's never been a featured back. Right? So the run game offensively, we got to fix that, but we have all bye week. Offensive play calling. Now, I do not, y'all. I don't agree. I have no idea, and I'm waiting for the post-game press conference. Clarence Hill, my guy, Nosey Walker, Michael Gelkin, whoever it is, I need answers on what happened at the end of the second quarter when it came to Mike McCarthy's decision-making, right? Because I thought he called a timeout. Thought there was 8 seconds left. I don't know why he didn't call a timeout once he realized the clock was running after Michael Gallup catch. Okay, right? 8 seconds left. You at least can take a shot into the end zone. You let it go all the way down to 3 seconds and take a field goal? Mike McCarthy, bro. And here's the crazy part I'll say about Mike McCarthy. Y'all remember in 2020 when Mike McCarthy first came on the scene, right? When we first got Mike McCarthy, he was going for it like crazy, super aggressive, fake punts, fake field goals. Why is he so buttoned up right now? That you left time on the clock. You took timeouts into the half. You can't carry those over just to settle for a field goal. Mike McCarthy, we got some issues, bro. You better get it fixed quick. You better, because Mike McCarthy, as of right now, it's not looking good, man. But overall, y'all, I'm feeling good. We are in a good situation going into the bye week, going healthy, because other teams, they got some killers coming up, right? So it's about to balance out right now. And I feel like the Dallas Cowboys have a lot of things they can really take into the bye week and build off of. Finally, Brandon Cooks some action, right? Finally, Brandon Cooks gets some action. Y'all saw my film breakdown this week, right? See what happens when you just get CeeDee Lamb involved early and often? You see what I'm saying? When you just get CeeDee Lamb the ball early and often, things tend to work out for you in your favor. Right, you get CeeDee going. CeeDee Lamb, not Tony Pollard, right? Not Michael Gallup, who we'll talk about here in a second. CeeDee Lamb is our offensive spark plug. He has to get going. If he can't get going, this offense would struggle. Mark my words. But like I said, overall, y'all, if anyone tonight, anyone for the next few weeks still talking down on Dak Prescott, they're just a hater. They're not a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? They're not a Cowboys fan. Because there's no way you can sit back and say, man, Dak got us up out of there. Dak had to get us up out of there, right? Dak had to get us up out of there or it could have been dark, right? He actually went out there, put the offense on his shoulders and just made things happen. So I see Dr. Gonzo, man, you're asking about benching Michael Gallup, no separation, whatever. Yeah, that's a conversation, y'all. I love Michael Gallup, but I feel like when it comes to Michael Gallup, his route tree is very limited right now. And I'm not sure if it's a play calling thing or an ability thing, right? But it's just a slant. So they're sitting all over the slant. Now, the Chargers are being very grabby with Michael Gallup, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's a slant or it's a 9 route or go route. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 2 different routes. It really shows with Michael Gallup. I think we need to either get Tolbert involved or Turpin involved. Now, here's the crazy thing. I'm going to show y'all something. Let's see if I still have it, right? Let's see if I still have it. Let's see. Let me see if I still have it. Yeah. Now at camp, we was going crazy with Jalen Tolbert, right? Getting Jalen Tolbert involved, doing a lot of different things. Like, I feel like Tolbert can definitely go out there and make the best of things, right? But also, y'all, they was using Kevontae Turpin at camp a lot as well. Like, go ahead and let Turpin get in space. Let Turpin get out in space and work a little bit, right? So we have to mix it up. We have to mix it up right now, get our playmakers the ball. But there's a lot of different things that we saw at camp that we aren't seeing right now that I would definitely like to see, and I want to see Tolbert. Let's see here. Tuck, we need him gone. Who is gone? I think we need to go. I think I want to see Tolbert involved a little bit more in offense, right? Get Tolbert involved a little bit more in the offense. But getting Brandon Cooks involved is more important. And here's what I like that Mike McCarthy did. Because if you watch the conversations that we've been having, right, I've been saying we have to win outside the numbers, right? Not just in the middle, but outside the numbers. And I feel like that was an area that the Cowboys have been struggling, right? Because Brandon Cooks hasn't been getting involved, and also Michael Gallup. So they did put CeeDee Lamb on the outside a little bit as well and got him involved versus just having him in the slot. And I think that overall helped our offense as well. You know what I'm saying? Helped our offense as well. Are we playing a vanilla offense? I feel like our offense, he got out of what he was trying to do, right? So, we'll talk about it because we got long 2 weeks. So we got a long 2 weeks. We can relax though. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want all the crying. I didn't want the bickering. But I didn't want all the I can chill. You know what I'm saying? We can chill this bye week and just work on improvement. But I felt like they kind of got away from the whole West Coast philosophy and they went more back to the Kellen Moore approach. It felt very Kellen Moore approach because they said they're using a lot of 5 wides, they're using a lot of different things. And salute to Kellen Moore because Kellen Moore was showing out, right? Kellen Moore was throwing on first downs. Kellen Moore was running offensive tempo. Kellen Moore called the same run play 3 times with tempo. You know what I'm saying? He was using his motion. I was like, Kellen Moore is trying to show out. And on that very first drive, he was all giddy and jumping around and woohoo, woohoo. And messed around and got clipped. Right? So all these people, we miss Kellen Moore, and we miss Kellen Moore. And our offense not the same without Kellen Moore. Bruh, they really only put up 10 points, if we're being honest. They really only put up 10 points. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with Kellen Moore. When you have a defensive coordinator on the other side that got a little elk in his, little pep in his step, that offense ain't what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we've been struggling with. But I will say this. It ain't like Mike McCarthy's offense right now is the cream of the crop either. You know what I'm saying? So, we kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't as of right now. But hopefully Brian Schottenheimer and Mike McCarthy can fix it. But overall, y'all, good win. So I'm going to turn on the phone lines. I know y'all wanting to call in. Let's see here. Get y'all right, man. But how are y'all feeling, man? Don't let nobody steal y'all joy. Don't let nobody steal y'all joy. They gonna try. They gonna try to find something negative. They gonna say it's just the Chargers, right? It's just the Chargers. And let's see what Dak having playing running around team. But here's what they gonna say. They gonna say it's just the Chargers. But a lot of those people that's gonna say that pick the Chargers to win the AFC West. I got the screenshots. I still remember, right? Overall, good game. Good Good game, right? Tough battle. It wasn't sexy. I thought it was going to be a lot more high scoring, but both defenses really, like, their defensive front played a lot better than I expected. You know what I'm saying? Their defensive front played a lot better than I expected. But our defense stepped up and answered the call as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. Not everything's going to be a 40 burger. Not everything's going to be explosive and fireworks. But ultimately, the Dallas Cowboys had to roll up their sleeves, get dirty, and make things happen.
All participants are on hold.
They went out there and they made things happen. So we got some callers on the line. We're going to keep it quick tonight, man, because I know we got a bunch of people in line. But we're going to hear y'all voice and see what y'all talking about. I think our caller just dropped off, but we'll get some more back in. I think I just canceled y'all. Let's see here. Hold on. There we go. Yo, caller, state your name. Where you from?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, it's Brian Bandit, man.
Hey, what's going on, my guy, man? Hi. How you feeling, bro?
I'm glad that we got with this win. It was up and down penalties. Like, they had me stressing all game, man.
Right.
And I agree with the Pollard thing, bro. Like, he can't carry a load, bro. In my opinion, like, when you did your film breakdown, we should have ran to the outside more. We did it earlier in the game, and it worked well.
Right.
And then we just started going under center and just doing up. Like, bro, that wasn't working.
Right.
Did you guys not watch the film against the Vikings?
Right.
Whoever the running back was going crazy on the outside, on the edges.
Right.
So they need to fix that because Pollard was eating on the outside the couple times he did go to the outside.
Right.
If he would have kept doing that, he would have been way more productive. But I will give him his flowers for that broken play that he had.
Mm-hmm.
That he broke the tackle and went like 20, 30 yards. So
right.
I'll give him credit for that. But I really think Lukey needs to be involved more. If we're going to go up the gut, give it to Lukey, please. Or what's his name?
Rico. Yeah,
bro, like Pollard does not have that. I don't know. He seems off, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like, he isn't 100%.
And I can't tell if it's coming off the injury, because honestly, on the play you mentioned that he broke, like, I know Asante's a fast kid, right? But normally that's a house call for Tony Pollard. Like, once he gets out in an open field, he's typically gone. So it's just like it just wasn't there. But I agree, like, trying to give Tony Pollard 30 carries, especially in the A gap and B gap, like, that's just not his game. You got to get him on the perimeter.
Just give that to Lukey, man. Lukey is a big boy. He's going to be like a Zeke, where he's probably going to get 2 or 3 yards, but it's going to be hard for him to tackle.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
But
exactly.
Also, I give Cooks. I'm glad we got Cooks involved. Was it a lot? No, but I'll give that touchdown was great, and that sweep he had late in the game. I love that. We did that with Turpin the other game a couple weeks ago.
Right.
We need to keep doing that stuff.
Right.
Because they're fast. They can hit those edges fast, and if their linebackers and their corners can't get there fast enough, they're going to go for a big gain or for a touchdown.
Right.
But I hope Mike McCarthy figures it out, because you got to remember what he said in the offseason. He said that he wasn't doing a full offense, but they were going to keep some of the stuff from last year.
Right.
So maybe that played a part in it. And if it's affecting the game, affecting our offense, get it out. Just do a full West Coast offense.
Right.
And put wrinkles in it for the modern day. Just do that, Mike McCarthy. Like, if the Kellen Moore system obviously isn't working when you're running those type of plays.
Right.
So
yeah, and I think that's what it is. Is like you got to kind of have a happy blend. You know what I'm saying? A happy blend. That's what the whole idea of the Tex Coast was. And like I said, we've been seeing the coast aspect, but we haven't been seeing some of the traces that we've seen previously. And I think today we kind of saw a blend of both, right? Because in the first half, like I said, it felt very Kellen Moore-ish, and I think they had to open it up. And you saw Dak Moore command. So they have 2 weeks to kind of build off this before we play the Rams. Hopefully they'll get things in order. But it gives you something to build off of, right? It gives you something to build off of.
Yeah,
definitely want to go into a Bible.
Yeah, the only other thing I gotta say is shout out to Gilly, man. That interception was incredible, man.
Right.
Gilly game. But yeah, thanks for taking my call, man.
Appreciate you, my guy, man.
Have a great night, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, salute to Gilly. He battled, right? Because he had some tough battles. You're battling with Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is no slouch. But at the end of the day, when we need to make a play, he made a play. All right, caller, state your name. Where you from?
Yeah.
Yo, caller, can you hear?
What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's going on with you? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Shoot, man, I just want to to throw in to what I saw, man, during the game, man, and for one, man, the Zebras, man, the refs, man, they had a lot to do with this game, man.
Right.
It looked a little one-sided.
Right.
Not the, I don't like to make excuses about the game, man, but goddamn, man, they was
right.
they was tipping on us, man.
And that's what makes you nervous. In close games, you just never know, like, when they're going to make that penalty call to kind of swing things wide open. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yeah, but luckily, but as a Dallas Cowboy, you know that we're going to have to battle through that. You know what I'm saying? You have to battle through that. And that's what I really liked about this team. You saw a lot of fight, a lot of grit, and they battled through it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yes, true that, man. And, and speaking on, like, just on the defense side, man, it wasn't just like a Michael Parsons game, man. You could see that there was pressure being generated, man, all across the defensive line, man.
Right.
Everybody was getting after it. And every time we did face adversity, bro, every time we did get a messed up call, or it was like the defense was they had their backs up against the wall, man, they made a play. Right. They kept on making plays, man. So man, Cowboy Nation, we are good, man. This defense will fight, this offense will fight. 4 is our guy. And man, CFO Sports, man. Yo, everybody tune in, man, because J-Tuck is that dude, man.
Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, we're going to keep it rocking, man. Like I said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I love that a lot of y'all did not give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hated what I was seeing this past week. Like, we got a lot of football to play. And we're still in a good situation, going into the bye week right now, and kind of sit back and just fix some of those things. You know what I'm saying? Fix some of those things. And I know that as long as I have number 4 out there, this team is not going to quit. I know he's not going to quit. You know what I'm saying? If Dak has to drop back and throw 45, 50 times, then so be it. I feel like he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good situation to be in. So, hey, appreciate you, my guy, man. Go Cowboys.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, J-Tuck.
Appreciate you. Yeah, that's about what resiliency is all about, right? Continue to fight, continue to push. And what I like most, right? We kind of talked about, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott kind of not being on the same page and all this type of stuff going on. And they sat down and talked it out like man and fixed it. You know what I'm saying? And got right back to work. It wasn't no pettiness going on. It wasn't like Dak was going to ignore CD and like none of this. You know what I'm saying? They went. They had their little, whatever it was. And like, listen, let's connect. Let's talk it out and let's get to work. And I feel like what we saw is that when Dak was in trouble, it's just like, I'm going to CD. And that's something I've been asking from Dak. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when things are hitting the fan, I'm going to my best wide receiver. And CeeDee Lamb is by far your best wide receiver. You just have to trust him and go to him. And I think that's going to happen. Now, here is what I would like to see fixed with our wide receiver core. It's our tight ends, y'all. And Jake Ferguson, he's getting open, right? But I'm just not sure. Where is it a comfort level thing? Why? Because there was plenty of times Jake Ferguson, especially with that cover 2, with those 2 high safeties they were running, you could have really split the seam when Jake Ferguson was there. But I just don't think that Dak wanted to take the risk, and rightfully so, right? Especially the way the game was going. One costly turnover could definitely change the momentum. But I really think that the focal point for the next 2 weeks is how do we get these tight ends involved a lot more, because they're definitely going to be needed throughout the rest of the remainder of the season. Let's see here. Yo, caller, state your name. Where you from?
Hey, this is Mike Autry.
Hey, what's going on with you, my guy, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing good. Just hanging in there after my surgery.
Ah, okay. Everything good after your surgery?
Yeah, I had a reconstruction bicep surgery.
Ah, okay, man. Well, definitely heal up, man. Prayers for that.
Yeah, I'm glad for the win, man. I hear a lot about the penalties and everything else. It was they just didn't let them play. They just kept calling penalty after penalty. That was frustrating me all night on that one.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, there was a lot of penalties going on. There's a lot of different things going on. They were calling things tight, and with these offsides. But here's the thing: we got to clean that up, right? Because sometimes
get back to the fundamentals.
Yeah, and I knew something was off when they called a holding on Zach Martin. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was like Zach Martin don't hold nobody. Like, what the hell's going on? So
I know.
Yeah, so it's just like we're at the battle through that.
They was holding Micah Parsons all night long.
Oh, yeah.
And they finally called maybe one or two, but man, they was holding him all day long.
Right. Rashawn Slater was holding on for dear life. And I like Rashawn Slater, but it's like I said, those are some of the things that doesn't show up on the stat sheet from Micah Parsons. But he was being held. He was being held a lot, right? But he was still out there having an impact on the game. And when we needed him the most, he definitely showed up in a big way. So look at the team overall. Like I said, there's a lot of things that we need to improve, a lot of things we need to fix. But having this kind of like this bye week coming out at the perfect time where they can sit back and really get back in the lab before we get into the thick of things.
Yeah, and they got to stop using Pollard and kind of go up the middle, because they were stopping us all night long on Pollard and Daddle.
Right.
They got to scheme it up a little bit, get on the outside or something. But yeah, they had our number trying to go up through the middle, and I just didn't understand why they kept going that direction.
Right, especially running out of shotgun a lot too. I'm just like, why are why don't? All right, But I feel like from a schematic standpoint, I understand, right? Because they were only rushing with 4 and they were dropping back in coverage and dropping back in zone, but their front 4 was playing lights out. You know what I'm saying? So like I said in the film breakdown, their weak point was on the perimeter, and that's Tony Pollard's strongest part. And they got things moving, early on the perimeter game. I don't know why they got away from it, and they finally went back to it and got Brandon Cooks on that end around. So, But overall, like I said, there's a lot of things to clean up. I think we're going to be okay, Cowboys Nation. I'm feeling good. I'm definitely not complaining, because it could have been a lot worse, especially where those referees were calling plays tonight.
And I got to give a shout out to Dak. He finally starting to run. Yeah. But he still got to throw them balls away when it's time to throw the balls away. He's just holding on too long.
Yeah. So it's like, beggars can't be choosy. I was just excited he was using his legs, you know what I'm saying? So we'll fix the, throwing the ball away later, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, when he took off, because, there was actually a bet. And
he looked like himself a little bit, when he first started. That's why we need more of that. I'm not saying he's got to run all the time, but when it's there, he needs to run.
Right, yeah, and he definitely extended plays and made things happen, and it changes the course of the game, right? Because everyone's focused on you screaming out the pocket, they lose sight of CeeDee Lamb or Tony Pollard, then you're able to make it just a simple throw, and then they're off to the races. And so those are some of the things where we talked about Dak Prescott, and when people kind of knock him, that's kind of my biggest knock. It's like the recess game, right? Can you play a little bit of recess ball? And I feel like today he was able to showcase himself playing a recess, getting outside the pocket, spinning while one, defensive tackles hold onto your leg and getting out of it and still making a throw across field, across your body. And I feel like those are the things that we're going to need from Dak Prescott. He definitely showed out tonight. So I'm excited. Now don't stop Dak. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. Don't just be kind of a one game thing. We're going to need it in certain situations, right? Certain situations.
Because, them right there are key situation. They can get us to win and get a first down and then close out the game sometimes.
Yep, exactly. Extend the drive. You got to go out there, extend the drive, make things happen. And, and he that good throw, on the fourth quarter to Brandon Cooks, put that on the money. The Tony Pollard thing sold just a little bit. That would have been nice. But like I said, overall, Dak played a solid game. I have no complaints. And if you're still complaining about Dak and hating on Dak, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
He's my QB. I tell you that. He's my QB. And, sometimes he gets me wondering sometimes. But, but no, I'm no Dak hater here.
Exactly, man. I mean, and it happens. It happens with every team's fan base. So, you know what I'm saying? But Dak definitely went out there and showed it out. Well, hey, my guy, I appreciate you, man. Best of recovery from everything, and go Cowboys.
All right, go Cowboys.
Appreciate you. Yo, my dog Roberto, man, appreciate the $10 super chat. Says, hey, bro, ball till we fall. We got a rep Facebook account. Keep banging. Appreciate you, my guy, man. My guy Roberto out there. Dallas Mac, appreciate the $5 holla. He says, we should have been up 11. Both mics suck tonight. Dak is him. No questions anymore. Yeah. The mics had all night. But here's the thing, y'all. get Gallup involved. When Gallup needed to make a play, he did make one, but overall, he has to be a lot better. He has to be a lot better, because if not, teams are really going to start focusing on CeeDee Lamb, and Brandon Cooks or Michael Gallup, whoever that is, or Jake Ferguson, are going to start having to win those matchups. But we're definitely going to take a look at Michael Gallup to see what is really going on with Michael Gallup. Is it a scheme thing? Is it still with the ACL? Is he not trusting himself separation-wise? There's a lot of different things we can look at when it comes to Michael Gallup, but he definitely needs to improve in order for this thing to really get rolling and get lifted off the ground. Here. Yo, caller, state your name. Where you from?
Gunny from Jersey. What's going on, my man Tuck?
What's going on with you, man? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. That's a signature win on the road. I mean, don't let the Chargers record fool you. To go into that environment after last week and have Dak bouncing around like that man, in the face of Mike McCarthy's boneheaded clock management, running it up the gut on 1st and 2nd down for 1 yard, 2 yards. Dak proved why he really is the guy to lead this team. They just need to let that man loose.
Right. Yep, just gotta let Dak cook, man. And I feel like they had to, right? I feel like Mike McCarthy was kind of feeling like, man, I'm kind of messing up. So Dak, go out there and fix it. You know what I'm saying? So and Dak definitely did. But there was so many boneheaded play calls and just decision making from a clock standpoint. And here's the thing: when it comes to Mike McCarthy, even when Kellen Moore was calling the plays, clock management wasn't his strong point. So now you give him the play calling, the scheme, and everything, and you still want him to manage the clock. You need someone to be on Mike McCarthy and saying, yo, call a timeout. Yo, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much, and I think he's getting overwhelmed. Even though he's the NFL head coach, there's too much on his plate right now, so he needs to give something up, because that could have cost us. He left and here's the crazy thing about that final drive in the second quarter. Our offense was in rhythm. Like, they were marching. Dak was cooking, everything was cooking, and you pretty much took 30 seconds off the clock yourself as the head coach and stopped their momentum. The Chargers couldn't stop them. Mike McCarthy stopped them. So, that definitely has to change. I'm curious to kind of get his thoughts about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, my thing was, I think, that last 8 seconds, I might be in the minority here. I don't really mind so much that they kind of ran the clock down at that point. I think the mismanagement was happening before that. 8 seconds left on the 14-yard line. The offense, is kind of scary in the red zone. I'm okay with saying at that point, let's get out of here, take the 3 points. We're not getting we're playing defense at half, so let's get the lead. But before that, man, it's just like week after week, we watch this team have to overcome Mike McCarthy's, bad, not only clock management, but what is running in the A gap on 1st down every single play. It's exhausting, man. It's exhausting. I'm run it out of shotgun. That's what's got to stop. They need to start stretching the ball, let that ball fly downfield a little bit. You could see him. I think this was a coming out party for Brandon Cooks.
Right.
That's the biggest thing I take away from this, is now they know they might have that little faith in him, because I know Jerry was on the line with Mike saying, I'm paying this man.
Right.
We brought him in here. I need the ball in his hands, right? Show me something.
Right. Yeah. I agree. And it's long overdue. And not just Brandon Cooks. Granted, he's coming off the ankle sprain, but he was still returning kicks. I still need to see Kevontae Turpin in his offense. Turpin had a big play versus San Fran. How does he completely not even be involved in the offense today? So it's just those things, right? It's just those little things that the Cowboys really have to figure out. And I know, y'all, that the Cowboys, they sensed something with the run game. And how do I know? It's because Deuce was inactive today and Malik Davis was active. You know what I'm saying? So they're realizing, we got to get this run game kind of fixed. But you don't give Rico the carries. You don't give Hunter the carries. You don't give Malik the carries. They're just putting too much on Tony Pollard's shoulders. And don't run Tony Pollard up the A-gap. At least get him involved in the screen game, as a wide receiver, and kind of doing different things and get him out in space. I just think the utilization of Tony Pollard right now is just off, and it's just not his strongest point, and they're not putting him in situations where he can win, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Listen, my last point is, That's a big win to get coming off of last week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel much better going into this bye. Let's reset a little bit because this next this next push, we get into some of those divisional games.
Right.
I'm really excited to see maybe the new identity that this team could take. Now, it was ugly, but you're going to play ugly games on a 17-game schedule. The important thing is coming out with a win, right, in the face of adversity. So hopefully we get to reset, man. Use this week to get the mind right. That defensive line, just get everybody right, get back healthy, and come out. We got to come out firing in 2 weeks for that little stretch we got there. But man, keep up the great work. Love listening to you.
Appreciate
How about them Cowboys?
How
baby?
about those Cowboys, man? Appreciate you, my guy. All right, y'all. That is all the calls. I'm going to cut it short tonight, man, unless I got some more calls. I'll probably stay on for like 10 more minutes, man, but I'm tired. Waiting all day for Sunday night, waiting all day for Monday Night Football is a little bit different because at least Sunday night you got other football games that kind of distract you a little bit. But today it was just like, let's get ahead and get to it. But it was a draining game. It was a good game. The Cowboys were out there throwing punches before the game started. Dante Fowler out there throwing punches. Mozzie out there swinging. Sam Williams out there swinging a little bit. So, I feel like what happened last week, they took it personal and they fought back and they didn't fold. And that's what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see no huffing and puffing. I didn't want to see them kind of licking the wounds and, oh, woe is me. Right? They got back out there. They went out there and played. They went out there and fought and battled. Because even after they got that first drive, right, when Keenan Allen got that first touchdown, I was like, all right, defense, y'all need to remember who y'all are because we can't win this without y'all. And defense kind of settled down. They got themselves together. They went out there and rallied, man. So overall, good win. They're going to try to take it away from y'all. Don't let them do it. There's going to be haters out there. It's going to be, all this. They're going to find some lazy narratives. There's probably some stat line they're going to find to kind of say how Dak Prescott played bad, right? Just to make you kind of feel down as a Cowboys fan. But listen, we're going to ignore all that. We're going to celebrate this win. We're going to enjoy this bye week. We're going to rest. Now, we still going to do work. We got 2 weeks. So we got a lot of film to do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sit down. We're going to do some live show films. We're going to sit here and do it where y'all can do this with me and really look at this team because now it's an important piece. Like he said, we're getting to some of these divisional games. Got Philly coming up. We got the Rams coming up who's playing well. Washington. And we have a tough schedule. There's no ifs and buts about it, right? So we got to be prepared. So we're going to sit down, roll up our sleeves, and find ways to really improve this team. But don't make no mistakes about it, man. We are in a good spot. This was a good win, and I'm relieved the Dallas Cowboys rolled up their sleeves and got the victories versus the Chargers. Salute to my guy, Sean Merriman. If you guys didn't see that show earlier, Sean Merriman from the Chargers joined us. Do my lights out dance, man. I should send my boy Sean Merriman a video of me doing the lights out dance, man, as a Cowboys one, because I know he's kind of hurt right now. But overall, good win. Good victory, Cowboys Nation. We're going to sit back, enjoy ourselves, kick back for the bye week, and we're going to get back to work, man. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thanks for all the subscriptions, the subscribers, all the donations, wherever you're at on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the likes, man. Thank you guys for giving me a platform. At the end of the day, you guys know I will never short you guys. That's what it's not about. I'm here to do work because ultimately we all are in this together, trying to do what's best for our team to help them win their 6th championship, man. So I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go Cowboys. Peace. Oh, and stop hating on Dak.